Welcome back to Unboxed and Fearless with your host, Dr. Natasha Weems, nurse practitioner, where we break barriers, speak truth, and celebrate resilience in every form. In this Father's Day special episode, I had the honor of serving as the red carpet media correspondent for the Rest and Relief Father's Day brunch and sponsor for this event. We hosted this event at Maxwell House, and this was organized by Strong Home Network. We sat down with powerful men and fathers from all walks of life, entertainers, athletes, community leaders, and survivors of the recent wildfires in California to talk about real life. We dove into everything from mental health and masculinity to fatherhood, purpose, relationships, and healing after trauma. Guests like Flex Alexander, Chris Spencer, Mike Hill, Kevin Tate, Katino Mobley, Warren Campbell, and King Kadar offered heartfelt, unfiltered perspectives that will inspire, challenge, and uplift you. This episode is more than just a tribute to fatherhood. It's a call to truly see and support the men holding it all together. At the end of the episode, don't miss our special Father's Day tribute, where we honor families navigating challenges, including those with children or loved ones with special needs or mental health challenges. This is deeply personal to me and to the mission of my nonprofit Pearl Health Foundation, where we are here to create space, awareness, and healing. I also recorded a special tribute to my husband, so stay tuned until the end. If this episode moves you, please reach out. We welcome sponsors, collaborators, and community allies who want to amplify these voices. Now let's get into it. Unboxed and Fearless. Hello, I am Dr. Natasha, and I am here at the Rest and Relief Father's Day, organized by Strong Home Network. And I have here with the music legend standing next to me, Pastor, right? Warren Campbell. And we're so excited to have him. He's being honored here today, highlighted here today. And this event is Support into Men. Happy Father's Day. We're acknowledging all the fathers and also people within the community that were impacted by the wildfires. So tell me, what does it mean to be honored and be here a part of this event today?
It means everything to me. I get to share this. My dad is here. And, it's funny that I'm being honored for being a father. But, I'm fairly new to fatherhood. I have 3 kids, but, I consider my dad to be the champion father, you know what I mean? So the fact that he's here, today is a special, they did a great job. This is a really, really amazing turnout. Just a great event.
So people within the community are being highlighted here. There's massages, there's pampering patio, just all designed to pour into fathers and make them feel special today. But let's talk about something a little more deeper about the mental health side of what happened here. And men, they're being stoic, but they also have to be pillars within a community. What does that mean to you in terms of highlighting and supporting people on their journeys to mental health and well-being from a ministry standpoint?
Well, for me, I think the best thing I can do is to kind of create safe spaces for men to come and just share and talk, because a lot of times, we don't get that off of our chest. We don't talk. I had a friend of mine pass away, and he took his own life, and we were close. And funny thing was, none of the friends that was around, none of us knew why, because he never talked. So we didn't have a clue why he would do something like that. But now, we want to create spaces for men to come and just talk about things, because when you're a family man and you have a family following you, everything is on you. Everything falls on your shoulders. And when you feel like the world is just on your chest, like your whole family situation is on your chest, and everything, the weight is on you, that's kind of when you know you're doing it right. Because that is our job, to carry that weight. But we also need to create spaces where we can share some of that weight. You know what I mean? So that's my job.
In your opinion, what role does visibility and vulnerability play in modeling health masculinity?
Well, the visible part is, I think it's very important that we see our fathers doing, what they do. I was able to see my father, at least on the weekends. My father worked 7 days a week, raising us to take care of his family 7 days a week. He would preach on Sunday morning and get in his car and leave church and go to work every day. But on the weekends, I got to see him more. But I always look forward to that because my dad was going to be home and, he's going to be there in the daytime. I can see him. Very, very, very important. And I took that with me into raising my kids, where I want to make sure, even if I'm busy, that at some point they see me. They see me, that, I don't just call them and text them. And no, I want to get in their face and you experience your father. And I think that's highly important.
So you are married to the powerhouse, Erica Campbell. And it has to be such an incredible journey for you both to be, positive representations in the community. Tell me about some projects that you guys are working on that we need to have on our radar.
Well, me and my wife have so many projects. When you have two creatives, the pillow talk is crazy because it's nothing but ideas, ideations, just, dreaming. We dream a lot. But one of our projects that we're working on is something called Camp Campbell, where it's a lifestyle camp where every sect of life in business is represented. If you want to be a doctor, there's stuff for that. Sports, transportation, clergy, music, film, trades, plumbers, electricians, welders, all those things. And it's for kids. And they get to see how the world works, whatever you're into. And we do those whole things. You get trained those things, and you see how all those things work together. If you're a numbers guy, accountants, bankers. So it's a life camp for kids. So create many ecosystems. So you guys see how life works before you actually have to go and do real life, before you leave your parents' house.
That's really important because I think that with the lack of funding for many school systems and organizations, that we don't have access to many of those opportunities for children. So that's really important and impactful. So thank you for doing that. Yeah, I wish more programs like that existed. I remember growing up and we had access to that, and it's just not as prevalent now. But what are some other goals that you guys are looking forward to in terms of 2025? I know that we've had, a lot of barriers with the wildfires. COVID hit us hard. And it's always important to have some goals set and have words of encouragement to empower our community. Any goals that you guys have?
Our goals at this moment are all centered around our kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, being in a music business close to 30 years now, just about 25, 26 years, I've done a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it's time for me to pass that down for my kids. They want to be in music. They want to be in entertainment. So it's really, the next thing is about setting life up for them so they can move forward in their community, so they can be leaders and they can bring people along with them in their generation. So, at this point, it's about setting that next generation up so they can fly. That's my entire goal. And I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that.
Amen to that. And I like to ask people, what do they think their God-given purpose is?
When I was a kid, they called me Smiley because I could not stop smiling. I would smile before I was getting ready to get a whooping. I would smile right up until I get hit with that belt, a switch, whatever it was. And they said I was a very happy person. I believe that through whatever gift that I have, whether it may be music, teaching, preaching, I think my gift on earth is just to bring happiness. You know what I'm saying? I like to make people laugh. I like to make people smile. When I'm doing that, I'm at my happiest. Yeah.
So it sounds like you do it just naturally, organically. Yeah. So that's amazing. That's a blessing. So thank you for being here and taking time to connect with us. Mm-hmm. And is there any platforms or websites that you would like to give to the community for them to uplift them and follow you guys?
Yes, always. You can go to our app. That's Cali Everywhere on your app stores. And then you can go to, what is it? Instagram. My name, Warren, Warryn Campbell. Just follow me there and follow our church, Cali Worship, the California Worship Center. Come hang out with us anytime. Always welcome.
Hi, this is Dr. Natasha, and I am here at the Rest and Relief Father's Day brunch here in Pasadena with Strong Home Network. And we are here with the amazing Arthur. You are everywhere. I see you everywhere, all over social media, at events. But we all know that you're powerful in the entertainment sector. You're organizing so many concerts and media events and projects. We want to hear about it. Don't we want to hear about it?
For me, I just count them as blessings, really. At the end of the day, look, there's a lot of amazing people, and I'm a end result of an amazing team. Right? It takes a team to build any foundation, any projects that I do. So I'm just happy and blessed to be here. I'm a big fan of strong homes and building Black communities and uplifting and inspiring and motivating other people. So I feel more inspired to be here in the first place.
Thank you for that. And so we're uplifting the fathers, especially
Yes.
those in the community that were impacted by the wildfires. And so happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you so
Right?
much.
Let's
Yes.
start there. Okay, so tell us, what does it mean to be a father, your journey?
It's so crazy because like all the life lessons we have growing up, being about about parenting, about rearing, about like education, about so many things. It's like you relive your childhood's life through your children. So for me, I count it as a blessing every single day. It's a learning lessons, and it sort of takes you really back to all those times you have these one-on-one conversations with your mum and your dad about lessons of life, of growing up. I'm reliving every single day. So I feel that I'm very, very fortunate. I've got, a one son. His name is 14. His name's Keon, by the way. And he, spending the entire day tomorrow. But again, it's a blessing to be here, support of, strong homes, Black fathers, just fathers in general, especially on Father's Day. So blessed. Yeah.
Love it. And we're also highlighting the mental health component, right? And so how sometimes men don't feel supported. And let's talk about that. Let's give
Yes,
these men some
absolutely.
words of encouragement.
Listen, that's absolutely undeniable. What ends up happening, especially in minority communities, particularly the Black community, is that you'll have a lot of these people who are out there that the questions always asked, no one's really checking in on them, right? So I think encouraging things like that, more community groups, more organizations that are going to come together and say, look, and I'm here for you. I'm in support of you, what you're doing. I want to be able to lift you up, motivate you, inspire you. And, it's just really trying to uplift our community. So not just from person to person, from man to man, Black man to Black man, and really creating more, avenues to feel comfortable to open up, you know what I mean? And really address a lot of the mental health issues that are going on within the community.
That was perfect. Drop the mic. That was great. Dead on. So any projects that you have that we need to support, because we love supporting and connecting with the community. So let us know.
Yeah, so I am a producer by trade. I do lots of global philanthropy, concerts and films around the world. Right now, I'm basically working on a couple of things that are going to be back in Washington, D.C. One's called Lives Amplify, where we bring former presidents from around the world. That's going to be in Washington, D.C., August the 27th to the 28th. I am working on a couple of projects with the UN during UN General Assembly Week, which is the end of September as well. And that's going to be, I think, September 27th in the NYC. So if you can, just go online, check me out, at AJ Chipman, and hit me up, and whatever I can do to help support in any ways, I'm all support. So thank you.
Thank you for that. Keep tuning in. Check you out. Hi, I am Dr. Natasha, and I am at Strong Home Network's Rest and Relief Father's Day event. And we have here with us Eric Bellinger Sr., the father of the artist Eric Bellinger. So we're so excited to connect with you at this event, and even more excited that you took the time out to come support the people within the community, and also a day where people are intentional about pouring into the men, right? And so we're so excited to have you. How did you connect with the Strong Home Network in this event in particular?
Through a friend, Mr. Frankie Miller, who you just interviewed before me, and his daughter, Bree Cakes.
Oh, awesome. So tell us, because we're highlighting mental health, we're talking about what's happening in the community. So many people were impacted by the wildfires. So many people are battling mental health in silence. And then also we're highlighting for people to access resources because there's lingering long-term effects with health conditions after the wildfire. So we always want to keep that at our forefront of our mind and just encourage people to access resources. So what does it mean for you to be a part of this and encourage people to go within a community and also support people that were affected by the wildfires?
Yeah, well, I think events like this are very good, positive, very impactful. And I think one thing is that we as men we need people to talk to be honest with, to be vulnerable. And when you have other people in that same situation, it's easier to open up. And so this is huge. I'm glad to be a part of it. But most of all, I just, thank God for fathers and for men.
I know. So women are always like celebrated. And so we're so excited that men did come out in numbers to this event, right? Because you just never know how receptive men are going to be to these events. But it's such a great outcome, right? The turnout is amazing. There's people being pampered, right? And so do you have any words of encouragement for people who might have some mental health challenges?
Yes, one big thing is I believe to have emotional stability and to be able to control those emotions. One scripture I like, it says to be slow to speak, quick to listen, and slow to anger. Not based on that order, but a lot of times we want to react instead of sit back and assessing the situation. And one other nugget I have is to remember that self-respect trumps disrespect all the time.
I love that. Love that. So, are there any projects or any community events that we should have on our radar that you're involved in?
You know, right now I'm just really supportive of my son being a grandfather. It's a beautiful thing to be able to pick up my grandkids every day and to, just be a part of their life. And just as I poured into my son, to be able to pour into them. So I think we all have projects. And that's to be an example for those in our family.
Oh, that is so amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us. Hi, I am Dr. Natasha. We are here at the Father's Day brunch in Pasadena with Strong Home Network. And we have here with the former NBA star, Katino. We're so excited to have you here. Thank you for providing support. This is a very meaningful, event today. And tell me, what does it mean for you to be here and being acknowledged on this platform today?
Well, it's just to help fathers, right? It's our job to, I guess, build the next generation. And while the next generation helps us build our inner child, that's what I'm big on. And if I can help any father help their children become the best version, I'm all for it.
Thank you for, providing impact. And tell us, are you working on any projects recently?
Yeah, so I'm a life coach. I call myself a life catalyst. Right now, I just really focus on my kids. My daughter's 11, the youngest, and my son's 15. He's the youngest boy, but then I have my oldest boys too. So that's my project, making sure that when they leave the house fully equipped.
And happy Father's Day to you. Thank you. Thank you. And so we are also highlighting people with mental health barriers and challenges, especially after the wildfires. Any words of encouragement to give to the fathers?
Yeah, well, just keep fighting. You know what I mean? Usually this is for a reason, and we got to find out what the reason is for. And just fighting through that and then understanding it and embracing. My father always told me when I was younger, no matter what happens in life, the same way you accept my yeses, you should accept my nos. So that's kind of like the universe. When things happen that you don't want to happen, you have to accept it and move forward.
Thank you for that. Any projects that we need to have on our radar?
Right now, it's a few things that I'm doing, but I'm bringing out. I'm a life coach, so kind of have modulums that's coming out on my Instagram. You'll see, and then my website is KatinaMobley.com. So there'll be modulums of just learning how to cope with life, kind of thing for right now, and then we'll go from there.
All right. And give those people that are working just hard, wanting to go into sports, entertainment industry, any words of encouragement for them that want to be NBA stars as well?
Sacrifice, right? And then repetition kills doubt. So you have to give something up. And I usually tell kids this, right? There's sports, school, and then there's social life. Whether you're an actor, a singer, it doesn't matter, right? Out of the three things in your life, you have to give one up. So which two are the most important?
Wow. Thank you for that. And thank you for your time today. Hello, I am Dr. Natasha, and I am here at the Rest and Relief Father's Day brunch here in Pasadena And I have Frankie Miller here. We're so excited to connect with you. Thank you for taking
It's
time
my pleasure.
out.
My pleasure.
And so this event is more than just a meal. This is for fathers and men within the community to connect, unite, support each other, have a safe place to have those important conversations. Tell me, what does this event mean to you? Strong Home Network put this event together. So we're so excited to be here. Tell me what this means to you.
Well, it actually means a lot to me because it gives the men an opportunity not only to fellowship with each other, but more importantly, get to enjoy some of the benefits that we don't normally get the opportunity to enjoy in our daily lives. Like manicure, facial, come on, massage, you don't get this. And to be able to make this a part of the event kind of makes it that even more enjoyable and pleasurable and fun. And getting to play cards and dominoes with some of the men out there and getting to meet new people you never had the opportunity to have met, to me, it's quite a blessing. It really is.
Thank you for sharing your experience, and tell us, because we're highlighting mental health, because we also want people to join here and understand that this is a place where they can connect with people and just like kind of take off that load, right? Because
Yes.
men carry so much
Yeah.
around silently. What are some words of encouragement and acknowledgement for that component of this, the mental health component?
Well, I think men should get more involved in activities and events like this. Matter of fact, when I showed up this morning, or this evening actually, the first thing I did when they made an announcement, let's call a friend in. You know, I immediately got on that phone. I said, Eric, you need to get out here, dude. This is awesome. You get to meet some great men that are not only knowledgeable, we talk about men of faith. We're talking about men who trying to encourage you as you're trying to encourage them. It's just a great opportunity to fellowship with the brothers that are here today and the fathers that are here today. It just means so much to see the fathers get pampered the way you guys have done this. I mean, the food was fantastic, but all the amenities that you guys have put together and created is just off the chain.
Thank you for that. Are you working on anything, any projects or organizations that are helping people that were impacted by the wildfires?
Actually, no, not at this time. But I tell you what, I would love to get involved in something like that because to listen to some of the brothers, what they've gone through and what they're currently dealing with, you know, you just want to reach out and give them a big hug, you know. More importantly, you want to, you know, one of the first things I did was donate it. You know, I contributed to whatever I could financially to help out. But it's just really a blessing to be a part of it, knowing that you're contributing in such good ways, not only financially, but also giving the brothers comfort and at the same time realizing that they are moving on up. They're not letting life stand still for them. They just want to rebuild. And that's a good thing. You know, it really is. And so I'm glad to be a part of this today. I'm glad that I had the opportunity to come out. I'm glad Melissa so much as took the opportunity to make me a part of it. I really have. Otherwise, I would have known about it. You know, I had no idea the event that was going on today.
Thank you so much for supporting.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I wouldn't, I'm working today and I said, you know what? I'm taking off work the rest of the day. I'm coming to this event, you know? So that's exactly what I did.
That is intention. Thank you for that. So is there any way for us to follow you, connect with you, any social media or websites that you would like to leave with us?
Oh, yes. They can contact me with Frankie L. Miller at gmail.com. Make me aware of some of the events and activities that you guys are participating in or involved in for the community. You know, I would love to get involved. So.
Thank you. We'll definitely stay connected and reach out when we have any more events that we want you to provide your impact and your support. Thank you. Continue to tune in with Dr. Natasha. Hello, I am Dr. Natasha, and I am here at the Rest and Relief Father's Day Brunch. This is produced by the Strong Home Network. We are so excited because we caught up with Jorge,
He is writer, director, producer of the movie The Origin. And I was also able to see it at the screening. So what are the odds of that just connecting? And the movie was amazing, incredible. I encourage you all to go support it. But we want to hear more from you. So first, let's start off about your connection with Strong Home Network and how did you hear about this event?
Well, a good friend of mine, Mike Hill, is one of the people who's hosting it. And I had heard from different friends of mine about the event. And I mean, when do you see a bunch of Black men especially come together at a forum like this, manicures, massages, conversation? It's amazing. So I had to support it.
Awesome. So what does it mean to you to be involved and come support an event like this? Because we know that we need to have spaces like this for men because women get acknowledged and celebrated so many times throughout the year. So it's so important to have safe spaces and days of acknowledgement. But what does it mean for you to be here today? What do you think some outcomes would be for you? Are you going to get any services?
Well, I already got a manicure, right? I'm about to give me a massage. The conversation is amazing. And I'm glad you said it. We don't have a lot of forums for men where we celebrate men. And, sometimes we act as if we don't need it, but we do need it. And it's a very needed service. So this thing is amazing. I mean, I've never seen it. I've never been to something like this. So, of course, I had to support it.
So you heard him. He's not attended any events like that. So this means that we need to be more intentional about making these spaces happen. So tell me a little bit about fatherhood. Are you a father?
Definitely a father.
Okay, well, we want to hear about that. How has that journey been for you?
Well, fatherhood is amazing. It changes your life. It changes your perspective on everything. Because before going through life, being responsible for yourself, or even if you're involved with a woman, that's one thing. But when you have children, that changes the whole diaspora, So for me, fatherhood is an experience that I can never, it's life-changing. It's the most important thing.
Oh, love that. Happy Father's Day to you. So we're going to get into The Origin, right? So I was so excited to see you here because just being a part of that release and the premiere, it was amazing. So tell us a little bit about that journey and that project.
So The Origin, the thing about that film is it was initially a feature, had a production company sign on, we were going to do it. The strike happened. So then I was like, okay, I'm not going to stop. So we did a short film. And the first person I called was a good friend of mine, Morris Chestnut. And when Morris was like, hey, I'm down with it, it seemed like all the dominoes seemed to fall. And we did it. And I was really happy about the production and the people that we had around it. And it was amazing. So it went really well.
So what projects are you working on now?
So I have one project that I really can't talk about. It's an animated feature that's going to be amazing for the Black community, especially in gospel too. That's project. I'm working on the feature of The Origin. I have a legal drama that I'm talking to Warner Brothers and a couple other people about. So I have a couple of different projects that we're working on.
So I definitely have to connect you with Jacqueline Fleming. She is a powerhouse in the media industry, so can't wait to make that connection happen. But are there any things that you think that you would like to connect with and work on, any projects that you're thinking about, especially in regards to mental health?
I'm always open to any collaborations, any connections, I think as Black folks especially, we need to collaborate more. And we have so many people that are gifted, but seek to do it their own route when collaboration could be the key. So I'm always open to collaboration. And mental health is such a serious issue, and I'm glad that it's getting all the attention it's getting now. And I think it's an important factor in our society, especially. So something I want to do.
And speaking of mental health, how do you prioritize your mental health? What do you think? What are some of your thoughts about mental well-being?
I think that even in my own life, I don't give it enough attention. I think that people have to spend more time working on their own peace because we have so many people dealing with so many different things, and if you don't take a time to invest in yourself and your own mental health, it'll affect whatever production you want. No matter what you want to do, you're less effective if you don't address your mental health needs.
Thank you for that. We're always trying to be intentional about highlighting mental health, but people within the media sector, is there any advice that you would like to give to people that are on a journey of breaking through in media? Because especially for people within the African American community, they're so intentional about wanting to go down that journey, but not sure how to provide impact and how to be successful.
Mm-hmm. I think that the most important advice I could give to anyone who is seeking this journey is to keep going. And to align themselves with someone who's already doing it. Because I think, one, keep going, because you have to be persistent in the industry, especially because there's no blueprint, there's no way, no certain way to do it. So you have to be perseverant, but you can't be misguided. You have to get with someone who can guide you through the process and tell you which way to go, so that you're not wasting time. To me, that's the most important thing.
So you've heard it from him. He's dropped so many nuggets, so many gems. We really appreciate it. But can you give us some Instagram handles or any social media platforms that you would like us to follow to support your project?
Absolutely. You can follow me on Instagram at Attorney Jorge, Jorge, Attorney Jorge. Also, The Origin short film is on my Instagram as well. And those are two of the platforms that you can find me on social media.
You know what? And at the premiere, I did hear you speak about being intentional about the space you're in media, and how you are very intentional and also giving people a space, an opportunity, access to media. So I just want to thank you for that, because people within this space, this is needed. People that are intentional about giving people opportunities, right? And so I would love for us as a community, as you know, and especially African Americans and people of color, to actually gang together, unite, elevate, and actually be intentional about gathering together on projects, being stronger, putting finances together, being more powerful, right? Because there's so many things happening politically. We're not going to go down that route, but we're just saying we need to show up and be more purposeful, be more intentional, right?
1,000%. I think that everything you just said was dead on. That we, as a people, first of all, we have to collaborate. We have to come together and work together. This industry is very difficult, especially. And if you don't, you're out there in a Lone Ranger. That doesn't work. I can tell you that if it wouldn't have been for people like Morris Chestnut, I wouldn't be here. So you got to play it forward. And so I'm always looking to make new collaborations. I'm always open to new talent, and you'll see it in my works. And so I think it's important. It's very important.
See, I heard you on that stage. Hi, I am Dr. Natasha, and we are at the Strong Home Network Rest and Relief Father's Day brunch here in Pasadena at the Maxwell's house. So we're excited because we have comedian and father, Kevin Tate. Happy Father's Day.
I received that. Thank you so much.
So I just want to get started. I know you have plenty to do and go get pampered. They have some hair cutting, manicures, massages on the patio. Ooh.
Right.
So tell us, how did you get connected with the Strong Home Network?
Well, actually, I see a lot of my brothers involved, Flex Alexander, Tino Mobley, Buddy Lewis, all of these guys, Mike Hill, some positive brothers they involved. I heard they were doing it. I definitely wanted to be a part of it and learn more about it.
Yeah, so we're glad to have you here. We welcome all the people from the community, people of influence like yourself that can support, give back. We are highlighting mental health. We're highlighting people that were impacted by the wildfires. We are encouraging them to continue to keep their resilience. Is there any words of acknowledgement that you would like to give to that part of the community as well?
No, absolutely, especially with these type of things being so unexpected. And you never know what to get out of it. You never know how things are going to play out. But for everybody to come together and kind of like get together and just gain some momentum toward helping those people recover, I think that's a big deal. And Strong Home Network do a good job with that.
Thank you for that. And what about men, people that are fathers that don't get acknowledged as often? Because you know how women, we take over, we want our acknowledgement.
Yes,
but
right.
it's really important that we shower and pour into the men. So I'm really excited about that.
Yes.
And statistically, especially men of color, they don't access mental health. They don't feel as supported. Can we speak about that? What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, 100%. Father's Day, following up Mother's Day, is definitely, like a buzzkill. But I know we appreciate it. And a lot of times we don't get a chance to sit back and wait for appreciation because we always got to do. But when we do find situation, events, and people that support Father's Day, it's a big deal, man. Fathers are so important, both to kids, to homes, to families. It's always a good deal when the father's around.
So any words of encouragement for mental health?
Listen, man, seek mental health, seek therapy, communicate. A lot of times we don't like to communicate about the things that really bother us as men. We don't cry. We don't do a lot of stuff like that. So we just kind of pile on. So mental health and seeking out help and communicating with people is a big deal.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Thank you for encouraging that. But as a woman, we don't mind seeing our men cry. I want to know that you're human. Like, we understand that you guys carry a lot of the
Y'all
weight of
can't
the
use
world on your shoulders, and we won't use it against you.
Okay, good. Like,
But
you was
we
crying
welcome
the other
that.
day. You was crying the other day. Now you yelling. But no, that's good to hear though. That's an amazing thing to hear. You never really know. And a lot of times we don't come up that way. So we want to be strong and stuff. So to know that we're with a partner or someone that allows us that space, it goes a long way. It goes a long way.
Thank you for saying that. And so obviously we want to know about your projects as well. If you have any projects or any organizations that you're supporting,
Yes.
let us know any upcoming events.
Well, currently I work with I do the Zodiac show. We talk about a lot of different things online. I also run a youth program, 123 Shoot, where I take kids 14 and under and we work out. I mentor them as well as coach them in basketball and stuff like this. And so that's what I'm into, along with my website and a bunch of other things on my social media, which you guys can find.
Hi, this is Dr. Natasha, and I am here at the Strong Home Network Father's Day Rest and Relief Brunch. It's been amazing. We're here in Pasadena at the Maxwell House, and I have an amazing actor, comedian, producer, right? Mr. King, right? He's resident on the Fox, and he's also been on Insecure television show on HBO, so that's amazing. And he has so many comedy shows that he has up and coming, but I want to let him tell us all about it. Just want to do an intro for him. But let's start off by saying, how did you get connected to the Strong Home Network Father's Day Relief Brunch, right? This is rest and relief, and we're pouring into the fathers. And happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Tell us more about how you connected with this platform.
Honestly, it was a blessing to come here. I'm a good friend of Chris Spencer, the whole gang, my boy Herb the Entertainer, Howie, what's my salt and pepper friend? I can't spit out his name, but all the comedians. I'm comedian out there. Herb the Entertainer. No, they ain't the one I was talking about. Tall. Oh, with the beard. Come on now. I don't even worry about that. They invited me here because they know I'm silly. I'm a father of 3. And I got 4 grandbabies. I'm always supporting everything that has to do with fathers. It's a very special thing because we know and y'all know fathers don't get what they're supposed to get all the time. We pay all the bills and they get the free cars. I don't get it. But I'm thankful to be here today. It's a beautiful event. Actually, I got a massage. I got a facial. I'm scheduled to get a haircut. They have a beautiful raffle. They fed us very well. They got comedians on stage. A lot of it's star-studded. All the fathers are walking around super comfortable, just enjoying their day.
So I first connected with you at the Nick Cannon show, right? And
Yes,
so that was amazing. You were in in action there too, right? Always. So we want to highlight the people within the community that were affected by the wildfires, the recent wildfires that happened in California. Are there any words of encouragement that you want to send out to the men within the community? Because so many are still suffering and trying to recover from that.
Okay, mostly I would say focus. And sometimes I'm a simplifier because I am a simplifier my whole life. I do a lot. So at the end of the day, things happen for a reason. Sometimes God puts you in a situation to take you out of a situation to fix a situation. And that's a saying that I've always had my whole life. So even though we had the fires, it could have been because of the government. It could have been because of the Olympics is coming. We can be those type of people and say, oh, it was this and that. But at the end of the day, sometimes things happen to benefit you. You don't see it now. Just like biblically speaking, you might lose a child, you might lose a wife. But if you keep on pushing the glory of God, you don't know what's in your future. And that's how I always looked at life. So just keep on pushing no matter what happened in your life. You only have one life. So don't worry about what happened. Let it be, fix what you can fix, and just keep on moving. Because you lost that house may mean that in 5 years you may have a mansion. Hello.
Yes, manifestation, right? And also, what are some of the projects you've been involved in that you're known for? And also, what projects do you have up and coming?
Okay, so we have on June 24th, we have the Kings and Queens of Comedy Showcase. Me and Herb Entertainer Specialist, I brought him in, tag team with him. Also with Black Wall Street. Where Black Wall Street is you all guys have all heard of Black Wall Street, but I've I own Black Wall Street Lifestyle. And what that does is bring a lot of African American entities and dark-skinned people together as one to unify so we can bring bigger events together instead of one little person that has a couple of shows around. How about I take all the 7 little people and put them in one room and we all eat off of it? So that's Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street is growing. We have a great show. It is on every last Tuesday of the month at Lagos. That is 330 North South Broadway downtown. Come and see it. Gonna be off the chain. It's Hope Flood's official birthday party. I got London Brown from Raising Canaan and Ballers. I got Alex Thomas. I got the incredible Tisha Hyman. She's off the chain. She's a singer, comedian as well. We also have Speedy, one of my bestest of friends. He was the first person that grabbed me and put me on when I first came to LA. So you get your roses from me, my brother, Brandon Wiley, great upcoming comedian. And I have Gerard Williams. He's going to be performing as well. Also, I have a new album with me, Tori Hart. Yes, Tori Hart, Kevin Hart's ex-wife, acting up Edie the dancehall celebrity. That is scheduled to, we've dropped a single, Show Me, but that album is ABO, all black owned. It's scheduled to drop this summer. I'm also producing a couple of short films. Yakuza is almost about to drop this summer too. So I got my hands in a lot, but I'm trying to stay focused on the prize, which is taking myself where I want to be, because I've always been a helper. 2025, I help me, and I help the ability for God to show me where I'm supposed to be. That's what it is.
Amen. Love that.
You know
Thank
that?
you for giving us that insight on your projects. And what are some platforms or social media handles that you can give us so we can support you?
Oh, it's simple. My name is King Kedar, and that is King Kedar. Kedar means Abraham's second son. A lot of people always say, what is Kedar? If you're smart, you read the Bible. So Abraham had several sons. His first son was Ishmael. His second son was Kedar. Why was I named Kedar? Because that means black skin, strong genes, king of many cities. That's why I do so much. So if you're looking biblically speaking, Kedar is the tense of Kedar. He owned a lot. So do I. And I make it a point to try to build as much as I can so I can leave a great legacy for our families, because a lot of people don't do that. You can catch me on King Kedar on Facebook. I am King Kedar on Instagram. You can also go to my website as ABO Ensembles. That's ENSEMBLES. That is my clothing line. That is all the stuff that I'm working on. That's my merch store. So that's ABOensembles.com. So y'all check that out. And once again, I'm King Kedar. I love y'all. Come see my show.
Thank you. And that's a wrap. Tune in.
Hello.
Hi, this is Dr. Natasha. I am here at the Rest and Relief Father's Day Brunch with Strong Home Network. And we have here a movie star, a comedian, an actor, Chris Spencer. Applause, applause. Thank you for connecting with us today. Absolutely. Can you please tell us how you got connected with Strong Home Network?
Everybody on the dais are dear friends of mine, and they made me come down here, and I'm glad they did. I tried to make some excuses, and then my other friend called me and said, man, I just got my nails done and a facial. I'm like, huh. Then somebody else called me, man, the pancakes are incredible. I was like, huh. So I'm here.
I'm so glad that you were compelled to attend the event. You were forced, but
no, I was on my way down here, and when I heard of all the special things that were going on, I made it a priority, no matter what was going on, that I was going to be here.
I love that. Love that.
There's one of them right there, that guy.
So we're so excited to have you here. And we have people from the community that were particularly affected by the wildfires, the recent wildfires. And there's lingering mental health that can actually occur. What are some words of encouragement for people that have been impacted by the wildfires and probably having some challenges with mental health and the resilience of overcoming that?
I say family is key. Be with your loved ones. Let them love on you. You love on them. Communication. Don't be afraid to outwardly express these things that are bothering you and hurting you, especially the men, right? Because we like to hold stuff in. And you don't necessarily have to be an advocate of real men cry, but if you want to let some stuff out, let it out. And but communication, I think, is definitely the key of expressing yourself, because people might be thinking you're doing okay. You know, you were always doing okay, and I've seen adversity happen to you before, so my man is okay, but you might not be doing okay. And then that's when it triggers other ailments. The things in your body start to happen, from simple stuff as a headache to a rash to, some stuff going on internally. So be sure to communicate and let people know how you're feeling.
Oh, thank you for that. We appreciate those
Dr.
words of
Doctor
encouragement.
here, Weems.
He's doing it. He's doing it. Thanks for promoting healthcare. But I've seen you a lot in the community, especially on my big sister Katina Fields platform. You guys do a lot of work together. Shout out to Katina, right? So tell me about some of the projects that you're working on.
Well, if you just saw the BET Awards, which was probably one of the best, so they say one of the best BET Awards in a while. I just worked on that. I did What Had Happened Was with Jamie Foxx. I did the Golden Globes. I do a lot of writing. I did the Image Awards with Deion Cole. And I'm currently writing on a few projects, creating some things. And the hustle don't stop.
So I did see you on the BET Awards, and you were a part of the Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Yes. I co-created that with Kevin Hart. And so the thing that we're bringing it back. And so I wrote a sketch. And that's what you saw. You saw the sketch. And then you saw us on stage, and I made sure I was on stage so people would go, oh, that's dude that wrote the sketch probably.
Thank you for sharing that. And also, are there any projects that we need to have on our radar that you have upcoming?
Yes, but I can't speak about them yet. But stay tuned. There's a lot.
Any words of encouragement for people that are on their journey trying to enter entertainment, and especially people of color, because there's so many challenges and barriers?
If you don't have it, stay home. A lot of you guys come out here for the wrong reason. You come out here for you want to pop bottles, you want to chase women, you end up partying. But if it's not in your heart to do the art, stay home. You can do all that bottle popping and being phony there. LA is filled with those. So if it's in your heart to entertain, to create, to want to write, produce, direct, then come on. I feel like Suge Knight. If you don't want to be somebody dancing all up in the videos, come to LA.
Well, listen, I don't think you could get any more real than that, okay?
I'm as real as they come.
So please tell us how we can continue to support your platform and laugh more.
You can find me on Instagram, The Real Chris Spencer. Facebook, Chris Spencer. Some of your audience might be older, so MySpace. And then for the ones older than that, Black Planet. What's up, y'all? This is Chris Spencer, and I want to give a special shout out to those fathers, to the daddies, the grandfathers, and the stepfathers, especially those who might be going through some difficult times. Mental health is at an all-time high. I need you to relax, breathe, get around loved ones, and communicate.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Mike Hill. I want to wish a happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, especially fathers that are the dads of special needs children. We know how important that work is to continue to help them, to continue to move and be positive in our community. So happy Father's Day to everybody out there, and thank you for being a part of this day.
All right, this is Jorge Sanchez, and I'd like to give a special shout out, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, those struggling with mental health. I'd like to give you a special shout out and tell you that you're encouraged, you're not alone. Those with special needs, with children with special needs, I want you to know that you're not alone, that we all, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another, we're all together in this. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Shout out to all the fathers out there. This is Katina Mobley. Keep striving, keep fighting, and become your best self.
And I am here at the Rest and Relief Father's Day brunch, and I have the amazing, magnificent, always in the community, always supporting people within the community, Herb, the entertainment specialist. He's just going to give a shout out and say happy Father's Day to all the amazing fathers.
Happy Father's Day to all the amazing fathers. Have a great Father's Day.
Hey, this is Warren Campbell, and I want to send a very, very special Father's Day love and shout out to all of the fathers who are fathering children with special needs, because sometimes they're very much overlooked. We understand how difficult and how hard it is and how big your heart must be to have to father a child with special needs. That means you're a special dad and a special father. So shout out to you. Peace.
So we want to give a special shout out to all the fathers out there right now, especially those fathers that are dealing with mental illness or any mental challenges. We also want to give a special shout out to fathers that are dealing with children that have any special needs. We want to definitely let you know we are with you and that we are here to support you. So again, Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Hey, what's up? Flex Alexander here. We just want to give a shout out here from Strong Home Network and all the fathers here. Happy Father's Day. And if there's any father that was impacted by the fires, if you're dealing with a child with special needs, if you're dealing with any kind of mental stress or issues going on, we're sending you love, we're sending you support. Speak up, speak out, don't be ashamed, we love you.
Hi, my name is Eric Bellinger Sr., and I'm going to give a shout out to all of the fathers, and most of all of the fathers that are dealing with mental health. It's so important to be able to have events like this and to open up and share, because we're all here for one another. And happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the worthless fathers. Happy Father's Day to all the beautiful fathers that's out there. I got to be silly with this. And all the people on mental health. I want to talk about mental health real quick because I went through mental health being a worker of years at my dealership. So a lot of times you have different forms of mental health. Sometimes we work, and this is for the men and the women that work the job for years, and you're uncomfortable, you feel anxiety, you feel stress. Just know that you can take off time and get help for yourself, and that is very needed. You work your whole life, you go your whole life at your job getting yelled out, getting stressed out. That is mental health. It's people that will help you. You can take off some time, you can take 6 months to a year off, you can take disability, and you get paid for it. And it's tax-free. How you love that? So all the mental health people out there, don't accept it. Don't stay at your job. Well, a lot of y'all, I got to pay these bills. No, if you don't take care of you, you won't take care of your life. I'm King Keita, and I look better than everybody.
What's up? It's your man, Kevin Tate. I want to give a special shout out to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day, man. Definitely, man, paying attention to mental health and everybody involved, man. Big shout out to you guys, man. Happy Father's Day to y'all, man. Peace.
Hi, my name is AJ, producer. I just want to give a big, massive shout out to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day, especially those, want to also be aware of mental health is so important. For a lot of those going through all the fires that happen here in Altadena, and just families and support of women, children. I'm a big supporter, and at the end of the day, stay positive, stay blessed, and stay up. Cheers.
This is Dr. Natasha, and I am here at the Rest and Relief Father's Day event with Strong Home Network. But I just wanted to wrap up and give a special Father's Day to the love of my life, my other half, Douglas Weems. And I just want to acknowledge you because the way that you lead with love and you're grounded in purpose, it does not go unnoticed. I just want to highlight you. You hold down our family. You hold down space for us, even when the world asks so much of you. So I pray that God continues to encourage you and to uplift you as you uplift your family. So I ask he continues to hold that divine armor that you carry every day. You're in the military, but also you protect your family. And I just want to say happy Father's Day to you. Thank you for holding us down. Thank you being a man of integrity. And thank you for being our support. Love you.
Thank you for tuning in to this powerful Father's Day edition of Unboxed and Fearless with Dr. Natasha Weems. Today's episode reminded us of the strength, vulnerability, and love that fathers carry, often without recognition. From mental health struggles to fathering children with special needs, these conversations are long overdue, and I'm honored to help share them. A huge thank you to Strong Home Network for creating such a safe, healing space. And to every guest, attendee who stood in truth, Flex Alexander, Mike Hill, Chris Spencer, Warren Campbell, King Kadar, Kevin Tate, Katino Mobley, and more. Your words were impactful and necessary. Don't forget to watch our Father's Day tribute segment at the end, including my message to my husband and a special acknowledgement of families facing extraordinary challenges. In today's conversation, we discuss everything that I'm sure could resonate with you all. So, if you'd like to join us through sponsorship, collaboration, or advocacy, please reach out. We'd love to connect. Follow us on Instagram at Dr. Natasha _ and at Unboxed and Fearless Podcast. And stream full episodes on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Amazon, and YouTube. Until next time, stay unboxed, stay fearless, and keep pouring into those who pour into you. God bless.